Hey, chem students, this is going to be just a quick video on chemical versus physical changes, which you've probably done some stuff with already, but physical change would be like, hey, I pulled this pencil apart. It's still the same thing. Or I tear a piece of paper apart. Okay, I rip my shirt. A physical change means you have the same chemicals still there. Even if you boil water, it's liquid water, and it just turns into gaseous water. Or if you freeze water, it's still H2O. Okay, it didn't change into a new substance. Now, if I run electricity through water, even though you can't see it at the molecular level, it splits into hydrogen gas and oxygen gas, then it's a chemical change. So with the chemical change, we have to get new substances there, which is sometimes hard to see when you're just looking at things because you can't see the individual atoms. So here's some little diagrams that you have to be able to recognize. So it tells you what's going on here. But this is water molecule, salt molecule, so H2O. So this is oxygen, two hydrogens. NaCl, NaCl, oxygen, two hydrogens. So this is a molecule, it's a compound. This is a molecule, it's a compound. So we've got several molecules of salt, several of water. That is just a mixture of those. Salt dissolves in water is just a mixture. Okay, you could actually heat salt water. The water would evaporate into the air, and the salt would be left behind. They would separate apart. So this is just separation of those two things. That's just a physical change. Okay, you didn't have to do anything chemical. You didn't break apart any of the compounds. You just separated the two different molecules. Now we have some water molecules. Again, these are bonded together. Run electricity through it. That is now splitting these apart. That is a chemical change. We now have different substances. We had water, which is liquid, you can drink. Now we have hydrogen and oxygen gases, two separate things. So that is a chemical change. So what I ask you is chemical versus physical. Well, here these atoms are bonded together in a compound. Here they are separate. So that is a chemical change. We have new substances over here. And we're going from a compound to an element plus an element. This is a diatomic, meaning two atom element. Chemical versus physical. So we have a mixture over here, compound, element. And we have just separated those two things apart. So this would be like maybe even a piece of iron in water. Very easy to separate. Pour the water out, you get water, you get some pieces of iron. So that is just a physical change, just separating a mixture, just a physical change. This would be a solid of some kind, so maybe like some solid copper. Okay, so those are the same atoms. It looks like they're bonded together, but they're just close together. And here they have just spread out. All they've done is heated this. It's just like melting. So it's just a physical change. They just melted those atoms and they spread out a little bit. If we kept heating these, so these are liquid, kept heating those, they'd spread out even farther into a gas. Now we have probably a liquid of some kind. Again, maybe like liquid iron. And they've heated a little bit further and the molecules just spread out. That is just a physical change. So still the same atoms there. Okay, we didn't change into different things. We have the same substance there, just the molecules are farther apart. That's a quick chemical versus physical change. Take care. Have a great day.